Hi, I'm Dave from the Elite Pool Program, here to give you a brief learning tutorial on the pipeline functionality for a salesperson. In a previous video, we went over the Gateway Keeper's job of assigning leads to a sales rep. In this video, we're going to take a look at what that salesperson's experience is once they've been assigned a lead. So we're going to go ahead and click on the pipeline functionality here. And we're now in this particular salesperson's individual pipeline. Each salesperson has their own pipeline and can only see their own pipeline. They cannot see other people's pipelines. On the left, you see the sales cycles, and the whole idea is to move a lead from a new lead down to a closed sale. And you can see that I have 4 leads in the new leads section, which means I've been assigned 4 new leads. I've got 1 in the acknowledged lead area. I've got 5 in initial contact and whatnot, just for example, following that through. So let's go through a make-believe sort of scenario of a sales lead and go through the process of sort of how you would manage that in a pipeline scenario. So we'll go ahead and click on this lead here, number 35. You just click on the details button and you pull up the lead details page, and basically you manage a lead completely from this page, and that's it. You don't have to jump all over. It's a very simple, easy to use dashboard. Each lead has its own page, and you manage all the functionality of managing that lead right here. So here you see the customer, you see the details, the contact details. In this particular example, the customer decided not to put in a phone number, so we have to contact them through email. So let's go through that process now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select acknowledge lead, and what that just did was flag the gatekeeper or whoever assigned the lead to me that you have acknowledged that lead and that you're on top of it. Now I'm going to say I'm going to move it to initial contact. Okay, so now what we've done is we've moved the lead to the second stage, and I'm going to send client email now. And this window opens, and I can say, you know, I'm just going to say return request here, and obviously just for speed purposes I'm just going to put gargly goop, but you're going to write an email to the customer returning sales response to that request. I'm going to go ahead and click send. So that just literally sent the customer an email, but it also logged that email on the lead board so that it storyboards everything. So in this case, now what you probably want to do is, now that you've sent the lead, you probably want to set up an auto sale function. So this is basically an auto follow-up function, so I'll go ahead and set that up. Product of interest, we'll call this a pool pump. And I'll explain what this is doing in a second, but we'll go ahead and click save. Now, if we come down and look at the storyboard now, we see a scheduled set of follow-ups. 1 in 5 days from now, 1 in 12 days from now, 1 in 21 days, 30 days, 45 days, 4 months, 8 months. And that's if the customer doesn't get back to us. We don't have to remember to continually do follow-ups. It's going to follow up, and it's all preset. If we want to take a look at those emails, we'll click that, and you can kind of see exactly what it's saying. So it addresses the customer by name, it personalizes it regarding the pool pump, and basically you kind of set it and forget it. And this is sort of an amazing service because it's one of the things we often in the pool industry don't have time to do is follow up on sales leads, and we're losing a lot of sales because of that. You know, people want to know that you want to earn their business. Now, even though it appears like it's coming from you and it's personalized from you, it's sort of a set it and forget it mentality. If you wanted to delete that auto sale at any time, you would just click the delete all scheduled emails and click OK, and you can see that the schedule has now been deleted. So I'm just showing you one feature that you can use in terms of auto sale. Now, let's say the customer did get back to you and say, is there any chance I can come in and talk to you about that pump or whatever? Then you'd say, yeah, you'd set that up. And of course, you could send the customer another email, or if you've already spoke to them on the phone, you might want to set a note, customer coming in Wednesday, March 15th, at such and such a time. You can add attachments to notes if you want, a title and a file, but in this case, I'm just going to put a note. So as you can see, what's happening is it's sort of storyboarding the communication of what's happening with this lead, giving you a full picture. You don't have to go routing through Outlook trying to find emails that came back and forth and they're lost and whatnot. So every every lead has a series of different tools that you help you track and manage that lead to optimize your sales conversions. The more organized you are, the more follow-ups you can do, the more you understand what's happening with every lead at every stage, the higher sales potential you'll have to getting that sale. So just a couple other quick things that you can do. You can send a scheduled email. I sort of showed you send an email now, but if you wanted to set up an email and set a later date to send it on, you could do that. You can send yourself internal reminders that wouldn't go to a customer, but it would go to yourself if you wanted to set that on a specific day. Now let's hypothetically say there's a couple of scenarios that the lead either becomes dead because they've bought from a competitor, or they've changed their mind, or they're not in the market anymore. You simply click delete this lead, and it will ask you a reason as to why. You choose one of the reasons, which pretty much covers almost everything in here, and if not, you have other, and then you click save and it will remove it from the pipeline. Now I'm not going to do that right now, but that's just how you would remove a lead from your active pipeline. The other scenario is they're not into the market, they haven't bought another competitor's product, but they've kind of said, we're going to put this on ice for 3 months, we've looked at our financials, it's not a good timing. You can then archive the lead, which is the same idea, except for you're archiving it so to a later date. So let's say we go 3 or 4 months ahead and you're going to put it back into your pipeline on May 19th. You choose a reason as to why you're archiving it. And then you also have the option at this point to delete any scheduled emails that would be set up yes or no if you use the auto sale function on that lead, and then you'd go ahead and click save. And when you did that, it would remove the lead from your pipeline temporarily, but it would then put it back where it was in the pipeline process on the day that you archived it to. So that's how you temporarily remove a lead and have it come back in. So that's pretty much the 3 stages a lead can be in. If it's in the active pipeline, it's on a dashboard. So I'll just kind of say here, if you want, anytime you want to go back to your main screen, you just click the My Leads dashboard, and you can see your leads here. So that's pretty much all there is to it. So you've either got a lead in active pipeline stage, which is in one of these sales cycle stages. You've either got it in a delete stage or an archive stage. So that's essentially the 3 modes that a lead can be in, and that's pretty much the basics. There's a few other things you can do, but for this video we're just going through the basics of managing leads, and that's pretty much all there is to it.